I owe a mortgage amount of student loans. Yep, that's how much I owe. And I have paid $165,356 towards this amount. But here's the thing, when I started, okay, I owed $96,000. So again, I borrowed $96,000. I have paid $165,356.46, and I still owe $220,810.73.
Imagine you telling me go to school, I'm gonna go spend $60,000 per year to go and get this education because I want to be a CPA or a corporate lawyer.
Gotcha.
So degrees, I'd have to get a master's degree, 5 years, 60, 70,000 a year. You're talking about 300,000. And what was the starting position? 80 grand. So you telling me I'm $300,000 in debt, and then I'm gonna come and get an education to get a degree that's not even gonna pay me half of what I get. And the thing they don't realize is, right, it takes 10 to 20 years for bachelor's degree students to get $100,000 a year income.
Yeah.
Internet financial gurus, I need your assistance because I am $72,096.07 in student loan debt, and I want to start paying it off. So I have 13 total student loans that total that $72,000 amount. But right now I am in the pay-as-you-earn repayment plan for 9 of those loans, which the 9 loans total to about $28,000, and I have a $137 payment.
I just got my son's balance back for college. 12,000 something change is his balance. And this is why I have to go back to work and why I'm trying to go so hard on TikTok, because what TFY? Oh, that should stress me out so awful.
So, check this out. Let's talk.
Took $220,000 of student loans out for my undergraduate degree, and here's what I've learned so far because I was a fucking idiot at 18. Let me tell you, as a 27-year-old, so 9 years later, I am so fucking mad at myself. But once again, I'm the one who made this decision. I put myself in this situation. It is no one's fault but my own. But with that being said, here's what I would have done differently. First off, I would have gone to community college and got my basics out of the way. I would have gotten an associate's degree. I would have gotten all of those core credits that are required at most universities done for that weren't a part of my degree. I would also see which school I wanted to go to and see if I could get any of those entry 101 classes done for my degree, for my major, done at community college. Secondly, I would live at home and go to a school close by. I understand that a lot of people are going to tell me, oh my God, the schools by me are horrible. I need the college experience. I got to go away from home. I get that. I have a great job. And it doesn't matter where my degree's from. I maybe an Ivy League and maybe for other professions, but I'm in medical device sales. It doesn't matter where my degree's from.
And she's 100% right. When I tell people get into sales, it don't matter what type of degree you want. If you can communicate with people, get into sales, medical sales, very, very, very profitable. But I think sometimes it can also be a little, I won't say uncertain, sporadic, depending on how the market goes with it. Some people do really good in there and they've been in there for years. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't try your best not to go ahead and refinance your house for your kids unless you really know that it's in your heart to do and you got to do it. Your first 2 years in college are going to be probably your least expensive years. You're dealing with your core, right? Those last 2 years dealing with your major, more expensive. Stay away from high student debt because the reality of it is it seems cool right now. And I went through that whole process too. Started off at Morgan State and transferred to a community college because I flunked out because I was partying too much at Morgan State. Okay. But I got the dean's list at the community college. We're good. Oh, no. All right. But the money that was spent there didn't have to be spent there. I saved more money at that community college getting those core pieces done. And it was just less stressful. I wasn't, distracted by a lot of this other stuff that's out here and people, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do that. The college life. Try to now put your kids in that position because we're doing the same thing. Put your kids in that position where they come out and they don't have debt. So if it does mean refinancing your house and pulling some equity out to cover it, do it. I do believe it's not so much the money that's spent on education and degrees, which I used to be against. I used to say, you don't need a degree, you don't need a degree. Then I switched over to, yeah, you need a degree if you're going to be a doctor or a that specializes in something, or a lawyer or an engineer. Those are things that you really do need to have a degree. I don't want you to be a doctor and not have a degree and you're working on me or somebody I know. Please don't. Those are necessary. But the ones like business, psychology, the things that you probably want to be a teacher. Some people love it. I'm not saying don't be a teacher, because I don't believe in cutting people out from not doing those degrees. But don't spend all that money to do it. That's all I say. Don't spend all that money to do it. Find inexpensive ways to reach that dream, reach that spot that you want to get to with that degree attained. And be in the mindset, understand that what you invested in education, you need to have a return in when it comes to your job. You need to have a return. You need to have a return. That's why some of the fields, when it comes to skills, trade-based, you have a smaller amount of investment. It's more work that's involved, but a small amount of investment, so your risk is lower and your return is higher. Plain and simple. And I'm not saying go into a trade. Everybody doesn't need that. Not even business degrees, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, is necessary. You need specific sets of skills that you can get from taking courses. This is the thing we need to be more focused on, because that degree is not the asset. The information you obtain from that degree is the asset. My real estate license, broker license, is not the asset. It's the information that I obtained from the time I had my real estate license, my broker's degree, my broker's license. That's the asset. I can get clipped from real estate today. I was even thinking about this yesterday. I can get clipped from real estate today for whatever reason. Drop me off somewhere in the middle of a town somewhere, and Leon, you got to live here for a year. How you going to make money? I can do real estate still without that license. That asset is the information, and how I apply it to that becomes the asset. So we have to start changing this approach and focus, start readjusting our mindset when it comes to what we invest in, what we consider to be assets, and how we demand a return on that educational investment.
I would also never take out a private student loan. I have private student loans, $170,000 worth. I paid off my $50,000 federal student loan in 9 months. It was so easy to pay off comparatively to that private student loan, because the interest compounds daily. And additionally, I have to pay the lump sum. I can't allocate certain funds to a certain loan. It's all or nothing. I can never reduce my minimum monthly payment. So those are a few things that I would do differently. Please let me know if you have questions. I am praying someone can learn from my mistakes, so that at 18 they make the right decision, so at 27 they don't hate themselves like I do.
Yeah, and that's it, because, man, God knows, shoot, if I would have listened to that, I probably would have moved smart. And I moved smart, but I could have been better with it. And she's 100% on there. Nobody's thinking about how much they make when they get out. Well, they're thinking about it, but not thinking about how much they really make if they're walking out with loans, because it's not truly what you make when you stack on top of that cost of living, driving a car, breathing air. I love to eat. Food is a good thing to have every now and then. It does help you make it to the next day, okay? But when you got all these high loans, you can barely eat. So I'm gonna stack on top of this. The Trump administration went ahead and did that adjustment, and it pissed some people off. I kind of understood why, because some of these schools are scams, bro. They will turn around and charge you some Ivy League price for a non-Ivy League school. The reason you pay Ivy League prices is you want the Ivy League name and network. That's why. That's my other thing. If it's going to be a great network, okay, go in and finish there. You don't even have to start in a freshman year. You can finish there your senior year, or even start your junior and your senior, and you still got the network. Still got the network. We got to change the way we teach our children. We got to change the way this season isn't just a season where people are saying everything is falling apart. Oh my God, cost of living is crazy. Oh no. Yeah, and they go high and crazy off of it and leaving that. No. This is a season to say, what have we been doing that has a lot of fat attached to it? Meaning we got more going out And we should be coming in, what's coming in should be a hell of a lot more. How can we clip it, change it, adjust it? That's one. Second thing is, what have we been doing that we just totally need to get rid of? Then what have we been doing that we probably need to change our mindset in it? And I believe this schooling is one of those things. And don't get it twisted. I am still the guy that probably once a year I do a couple credits for school and I send it over. But I do those credits in areas that I kind of really want to expand my knowledge base in: accounting, finance, economics. And it just stacks onto that degree. And probably one day I'm going to say, this year I'm finishing everything. I don't know. But it's different because the money didn't come from me having that degree. It came from the knowledge that I obtained while trying to pursue that degree. And it's even awesome more where you can put that into play in your real life. And then now it doesn't become theory. It actually becomes working knowledge. Hey, like, subscribe, follow for more content. I'm all about my people winning. And you guys, I want y'all to win. Regardless of what season, if I'm not honest with you and tell you what the heck is going on, you're going to look and be like, this guy's not giving me the goods. And I'm not trying to gatekeep on anything for you guys. I said it and I say it again. This is probably going to be one of the seasons that creates some of the most wealthiest people in the real estate space ever. Don't let them fool you and lie to you, because even when they're talking smack, they're still buying. I'm telling you, they're still buying. Even when you hear all the craziness going on TikTok and YouTube and people like, yeah, they're still buying. Some of them just started buying. And what you're hearing is from people that should not have been buying, but they bought. I'm someone that did that, and I'm telling you, okay? Then I'm someone that's doing what they're doing now, and I'm telling you. Like, subscribe, follow for more content. I hope this really helps somebody. I see you guys on the next video. And remember, it's not what these jokers say about you and what they think about you. It's what you think about yourself. Half the time they lying. They don't know you. God made you in their image. You keep in his image. Keep rocking. The best is yet to come. Be blessed.